in here. We just got the news in that Mobb Deep's new album, Infinite, produced by Havoc and The Alchemist, is going to be dropping October 10th. Now, yesterday, Havoc put out a slight trailer or whatnot, let people know that the album is coming, and this is part of Massive Hill's rollout of Legends Has It. The Legends Have It, I think it is. Legend Has It. One of the two, right? Where we've seen Slick Rick drop, we've seen Raekwon drop, we've seen Ghostface drop. We also got the Nas premiere coming. We also have De La Soul coming in this whole rollout. But what is seems to be coming up next, October 10th, is going to be Mobb Deep. Now, from what Havoc is describing, I just watched Havoc on Fat Joe and Jada's podcast, and they had a really interesting conversation because Raekwon's on there as well, and Raekwon and Havoc are going on tour together also. But they had an interesting conversation about hip hop in general. I can get to that maybe in this episode or another episode. But he was speaking about how fluid this album is coming together and adding Prodigy into the process, even though Prodigy is not here. He said it was seamless, it was easy, and sounds like they already have been working on some things or had some things that they're able to pull together just based on the chemistry. Because Havoc, Alchemist, Prodigy, those guys have worked together for years, and I think that it's going to be a real treat and a great send off, if you will, for us to get a Mobb Deep album. Now, I know when the De La Soul rollout and all of those things came, not a lot of people were talking about the fact that Dove's no longer here. You know, Plug 2 is no longer here. How is that album going to come together? But I think that, it's probably going to be a similar concept where these two albums from Mobb Deep and De La are going to be true farewell albums from two of our greatest groups of all time. I know everybody is with good reason talking about the Clips this year, as we should. Clips gave us something really, really great to go off of, and really have put their names in the lexicon of the great duos in hip hop history. I mean, it's just the truth, to be able to be absent for 15, 16 years and come back with the probably album of the year for 2025, hip hop wise, and the most, and even if you don't believe it's album of the year, which I do believe it is, it has the most energy behind it, right? And those guys sound incredible. Pusha T and Malice sound incredible. They sound like they just started. It's 2025, man. I remember listening to these guys in 1999, man. And 26 years in, it's an amazing feat to be, this dope and this great and have album of the year conversation. And really, I don't even think it's a conversation right now. They have the album of the year. Alfredo 2 is the other one that's in the conversation, but I do think this one edges Alfredo 2 out. Now, back to Mobb Deep. I think it's really dope that we're going to be able to get grand send offs from our all time greats like Mobb Deep and De La Soul. And to know that the Mobb Deep album is coming October 10th, we know that, Prodigy, he had been working with Alchemist and probably Havoc as well. To get Havoc and Prodigy and Alchemist together on the final Mobb Deep album, this is going to be special. And I also believe that it's going to be an all hands on deck thing. It should be when it comes to New York MCs. Now, we already know Nas is probably going to be on there. We already know Ray is probably going to be a part of that as well since they're on tour together. And I mean, maybe Ghost as well, but ain't no telling who's going to be featured on this album. But I'm looking forward to what this production is going to bring. Now, I just happened to be listening to the Survival of the Fittest the other day, man. I was about to say Survival of the Illest. I'm thinking about a damn tour. Survival of the Fittest, man. I was listening to that the other day. Man, the drums, man. And you can really hear, and now that I know the backstory of it all, and Havoc, speaks about this, how Q-Tip really helped his production, you could hear the similarities, even though it's two totally different tones and approaches to hip hop as far as from a jazzy standpoint and from a hardcore standpoint. From a drum standpoint, you can hear Q-Tip's influence and how the kicks and snares really, really stand out on those records, man. Havoc is a beast. And I'm looking forward to hearing what Havoc and Alchemist have down the pipeline for this new Mobb Deep album and the final Mobb Deep album from the way Havoc's describing it. And I do think that Mobb Deep being one of the all-time hip hop groups, hip hop duos. Y'all are gonna kill me for calling them a group. One of the all-time hip hop duos. They deserve a grand send off. And I want to know where you guys think Mobb Deep is on the all time duos list. I hold them very high. I'm not going to put a number on it yet. We'll probably get to that in a few. But yes, new Mobb Deep album, Infinite, produced by Havoc and The Alchemist, October 10th. Man, make sure y'all are tapped in, man. Hit like and subscribe. And shit, let me know in the comment section where y'all got Mobb Deep all time, man. Like, subscribe. I'm talk to y'all in a few. All right.